What is up, Lions fans? It's the Analytics done here today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the praying mantis of death, Dan Campbell's guy, Josh Reynolds, and why he's having a better season than you think. So, let's get into it. So, first off, Josh Reynolds, J-Ray, is averaging 6.8 yards a game. According to Pro Football Reference, he's on pace for a 1,033-yard season, a career best, even having himself a great 84.8 rating, which is awesome. Number two receiver right now having 1,033-yard pace. Awesome, especially if you guys have seen my earlier videos. Monroe St. Brown is having himself a pretty good pace too. Two good receivers are having themselves a good year. Josh Reynolds is averaging 0.5 touchdowns a game. He has on pace for 8.5 touchdowns. So, yeah, whether that be 8 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns, whatever you want to keep that as, he's having himself a 1,033-yard season with either 8 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns. Awesome for the dude. Those are good number two numbers. What about advanced numbers? Maybe there's some more stuff to it. He has a 70% completion percentage, which is a career high with the team. 10.1 yards to target, 4.3 receptions, 131 career rating. All that career highs. This is being an insane year for him. I guess it's also not counting his Tennessee stint when he had a higher completion percentage on way less targets. But overall, even his advanced numbers are looking good. He's getting himself. His base numbers are good. Even his PFF grade is a pretty solid 75.0 PFF grade. Maybe like, okay, analytic. How does that compare to like other number two receivers or maybe other receivers? So first off, let's compare to the beloved number two receiver of Detroit, Marvin Jones Jr. So his two best seasons in Detroit. In 2017, he had 1,001 yards and 9 touchdowns. So Josh Reynolds didn't have quite as good of a season, but overall, still a pretty good year. Barely even below that. He had a better year than Marvin Jones' second best season with the team, which is 978 yards and 9 touchdowns. So kind of similar touchdown totals and ahead in yardage totals. He would have a better season than T. Higgins last year in the Super Bowl, since T. Higgins had 1,091 yards and 6 touchdowns. Josh Reynolds would have more yards and touchdowns. He would have had more touchdowns than Keenan Allen and would have barely less yards than Keenan Allen. He would have had barely less yards than CeeDee Lamb, but would have had more touchdowns than CeeDee Lamb, and he would have had barely less yards than Darnell Mooney and more touchdowns. So overall, he's putting up good, like top tier receiver number two numbers up there. And if you also just want some more comparison of some other seasons, he's not playing per se at an elite level, but in terms of number two, he's around a lot of this, 9 to 20, like 7 range. He'd be having a better season than Marquise Brown, Jalen Waddle, despite all his targets. He would have had a better season than Brandon Cooks last year. Would have had around Hunter Renfrow's numbers. Would have had better numbers than Scary Terry. Would have had barely less yards than Pittman, but more touchdowns than him. Overall, Josh Reynolds is having himself one heck of a season, and he could continue to get better. Not even to mention his latest game, he was playing with an injured ankle. This season could go along better as Jameson Williams can also help open up the field for him. Play calling will continue to get better. Him and Goff will continue to get more in tune, especially once the O-line gets healthy. Josh Reynolds is playing a lot better than you think, and I'm very excited to see what he can do. And I think he's really showing he's going to earn another contract or being worth the extension. See you guys later. I'm going to be going live in a second, and one pride.